were you picketing?
2001? I saw that.
That's
in the
crazy.
theater.
I was
Was I
one.
picketing Shallow Hal? Amazing.
That's so crazy.
I like how cool Josh is. I didn't know if like we were gonna like joke around.
This is not a test.
We're missing the input.
It's only a fucking podcast studio. They only do this.
Josh is gonna kill himself.
It's his leg.
Josh needs to just like play music by the microphone, and then like until it picks it up.
No, we should hear him snacking.
All right. Oh wait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Check. Hello.
Yes.
You hear him?
Check. Hello.
Yeah.
Josh, say something.
No.
Hello,
Josh.
hello.
is talking.
Oh my God.
Can you hear
It's
us,
like we
Josh?
discovered you in a
Hello.
cave.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yay!
Okay. I feel like we're doing the fucking first moon landing.
Wow.
That was fake.
No, it's like Josh is like a Chilean miner, and we
Mm.
finally
we found him under
found
the
you.
rubble.
And now we have to drug him and
Down.
escort him out. Did you see that movie?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Sick movie.
Yeah, they had to make them all asleep, right? Put them-
Yes, the
Oh
survivors.
God, where'd he go?
No.
Was that in Chile or in Thailand?
Oh, was that Thailand?
And do you mind just keeping it on the screen? Okay, good.
I think it was.
Oh, that
Okay,
was
Thailand.
Thailand.
okay.
Oh, never
Josh,
mind.
we're here.
My
All right, are
people.
we recording? Okay.
Yay.
After you guys.
Okay, well, there's no intro.
Oh, there isn't. Okay.
No. Wait, where was that? Was that what movie was that in Thailand or Chile when they had to rescue the miners? I feel like it was
thought in
Thailand.
Chile. No.
Josh, was it at a Chili's?
Was it?
People mining under a Chili?
No, they were
Yeah.
Asian
Where the
kids.
bottomless mimosas came from?
The Chilean miners were under a Chili's. I think that's the way that it worked.
All right,
It's
guys,
so literal.
we're
Right.
here with the good guys, and we're here with Ben SOFFER and Josh PECK, the good guys, and this is going to be a nice juxtaposition.
Yeah.
You like that word?
I like it. Look at you reading.
Juxtaposition between good guys and bad guys.
Yeah.
Tell them how. Don't go into detail, but tell them how bad I am.
He's just really dirty and naughty, but like in a way he's trying to reform himself. He wants to find a wife, which I think this dynamic will be good for him.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he
She just
doesn't-
always calls me like
He
a
doesn't have
horrible
any media
guy.
training, I feel, you know. He's just out here.
That's the best part about me, though.
reckless.
I've been doing this in this business 15 years.
I think you've done well enough for yourself.
That's true.
That you've proven that this good guy, bad guy, whatever you are, works.
Yeah.
And so I can say, as two married men that have leaned on good.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But I've never really
Good is
like
good.
understood like the married thing. I was my taxi cab light wasn't on. Sex in the City reference.
Uh-huh.
Now that it is, I really do envy you guys that are married that can, your wives can hang out together. You guys can do, what do you guys do? Bingo? Like
Yeah.
what do married people do? They show
They're
up.
happy.
We're happy. Yeah, we're happy. We go to wonderful dinners. If you marry the right person, you're still going to go out and you're still going to do all the things that you want to do. And if you marry the wrong person, you're going to want to kill yourself. So I would think very, very carefully as to who you marry.
So it's not all about
I'm
looks.
somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle. See, I'd be like, why are we bringing Sam to the beach?
Vinny, as being known as a serial bachelor, you've kept a pretty low profile. It's not like your exploits have been out there. Like you've done a good job at keeping everything pretty quiet.
Yeah, I
That's
do this
so
shit.
true.
I do this shit in secret.
Yeah, no one can find his exes online except for like one.
I'm not like Scott Disick, like that's like out with like a new young girl every fucking week,
Well, you are, but there's no photos of it.
No, well, Josh, I get with girls that want nothing to do with me, so
Nice.
they want to hide themselves. That's my goal,
Finding somebody that's ashamed.
Yes, and I
Got it.
have a joke about that. That's my birth control. I get with a girl that would be like, nah, that's embarrassing. I'm not having Vinny from the Jersey Shore's kid.
Yeah.
So it's been working so far.
It
But you want to find love.
Yes, I do. I want to find love. Now I do.
Wow. Josh, Love is Blind?
Yeah, I mean, who would find dating you embarrassing? Like foreign dignitaries? Like, what are we talking? Like, what do you mean by that?
Actually, we always talk about this too. It's actually not the professional gals. They really like me. They always match with me on the dating sites, like Raya, the
Sure.
lawyers and the founders and whatever. They like me because I'm like their naughty little secret. You know what I mean? It's like so opposite of their life that they actually have no problem meshing with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you don't like them.
But I don't like them. So the people that are kind of like ashamed would be just like some kind of model that would like probably just date like an NFL player or something like that. I jump rope.
I just don't know why we're ashamed. What are we ashamed of?
Yeah. What are we?
Fame? Money?
I don't really care when people are. I mean, we might be using that word a little bit loosely.
Are you
ashamed.
projecting? Do you think that they're ashamed, or are you just like?
Oh no, I'm
do
totally
they tell
projecting.
you?
This
No,
is
they don't.
really, that's a good question.
They don't.
You know,
I
they
think
like,
we're-
I'm ashamed.
No, we're going deep.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah.
I think so too.
You feel like you're not worthy.
Anyway, Titanic was a great movie.
I don't think you should be ashamed. Yes, Josh knows this about me, but to all of your listeners, I see movies very late. Very late.
Titanic, what are you, like 30 years late?
Yes, 6 months ago on the plane, I watched Basketball Diaries. I'm
Wow.
now on to
wow.
the next evolution of Leonardo DiCaprio. We watched him in the Titanic, and I spent 3.5 hours yesterday in the Memorial Day rain watching just such a lovely movie.
Oh, isn't it amazing?
Unbelievable. That said,
One of the best movies.
It's a great movie in a bad movie.
Yeah.
It sets up with this old lady in this like rinky-dink, like shitty 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, looking for the Titanic ship, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden it cuts to this A+, perfect James Cameron. But the movie within the movie,
Yeah.
yeah, it was very interesting.
Wait,
Fantastic.
the movie within the movie. Sorry, what do you mean? Like the flashbacks?
The love movie within the fucking boat sinking.
There's a movie.
Uh-huh.
The movie is Titanic.
Yeah.
It starts off where you're looking at this guy who's treasure hunting.
Yes.
And then it cuts into the
I
Leonardo
know what you're
DiCaprio
saying.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying
yeah.
it's like this like
The
shitty
treasure
low
hunting,
budget
yeah.
weird treasure hunt movie.
Yeah.
Right.
That then has the Rose is 100 years
Yeah.
old is talking about her and Leonardo DiCaprio and him painting her naked and all this beautiful
And the
stuff.
sinking, like that whole like last like 45 minutes. It's just incredible.
Insane.
Well, the whole movie was a story about just her getting her cheeks clapped.
Clapped. It was.
Just a one-night stand.
Yeah.
I know, like 2 days. That's how I fall in love.
Literally.
Like you would die for me, right?
It was a one-night stand. Somebody, Josh, you have anything to say? I'm sorry.
I've never seen Titanic, but
What?
What? And you give me shit?
It's in my
What?
top 5.
I don't give you that much shit. But what I find interesting is James Cameron, in research for that movie, has now successfully gone down to the Titanic a number of times. He's been to the bottom of the ocean floor in the Mariana Trench. Look it up. But like this submersible thing, he was like, "You assholes! I've been doing this for years."
Isn't that crazy?
Like James Cameron does it like he's going to the bodega down the street.
Bro,
Wow.
that's the whole thing about the submarine that blew up.
Yep.
That was the whole thing to me. I was like, this whole time I'm thinking like that was the only way to get down there. And this billionaire kind of figured it out because otherwise, why would you go in this little hot air balloon thing?
Oh my
down?
God.
But then like James Cameron has like the fucking Lamborghini of submarines. This shit can like go to the core of the earth.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't they just go in that?
Too
There's
much
so-
money.
You know, he's
People
married.
have too much money.
No, but it's the opposite of money. It's like rinky dink. If you're a billion, because right, Josh, right? James
guess that's
Cameron
true.
has like a Mars rover
Yeah.
thing that can go to the Titanic and like go sit in the dining room, right?
They were trying to do what they're doing with space travel, which was like make it accessible, easier. Where James Cameron, it's a little more of a production, and this was like, yeah, jump in, go see the Titanic.
Yeah.
It's a day trip, and just saying,
Like the little
hubris.
remote
Am I
looked
right,
like
guys?
a DS. Did you see like the picture of like what they?
Yeah, he was using
yeah.
the remote.
Control Alt Delete.
I know Titanic's on my top 5.
Do you
for
know that
sure.
scene where like all the doors bust in?
Yeah.
So that was like on a mini little thing, like a thing like this small, and they put like a mini camera, and then
Ooh.
it's
I
literally
watched
like the
Making of
size of
Titanic all
Isn't that
the time.
crazy?
That's
you have to
cool.
look that up later.
I
It's
have to.
so insane to watch.
Wow. Yeah, amazing movie.
Someone, I don't know. I mean, like looking back though, you know, I think she made the wrong choice.
Wait, to die? Are we to
No.
live?
No,
No,
to not
you-
go with the billionaire.
The billionaire or the fucking
He was
broke
gonna
guy?
beat her up.
he was
He
only.
was already rich.
That's true. That's rich rich girls want broke fucking boys.
Yeah.
She wasn't rich.
That's what I'm saying. They like
Oh,
me.
she wasn't
She
rich.
wasn't rich. No, her mom was like, if you don't marry him, I'm going to be a
Oh,
seamstress.
right. She was going broke,
yeah.
right?
She was going broke.
Yeah,
they must
yeah,
have
yeah.
been rich. And
Yeah.
then, like, the dad got, like, caught in some, like, old Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
And, like, went broke. And now the mom was trying to get the daughter
She's
to
pimping her
remarry so
out.
that they could keep their status.
How old were they supposed to be? Like 15?
Yeah, young. Nice and young.
Were they
That's
supposed to be
crazy.
15?
Yeah, they're like
16
teenagers.
Teenagers.
I can't
Also,
tell
he
on
was
movies.
the most attractive person I've ever seen in my life in that movie.
Yeah.
That
he really
movie-
was. When he turns
Peak-
around at the
peak Leo.
staircase with the hair slicked back with the
Actually,
suit
that's
on.
not it. It's more like when she's going down on the thing and he's looking down at her next to the billionaire guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
The way
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
fire,
yeah.
I don't know, the way he just, I was like, I would
See,
stay.
but this is the thing. I'm on Raya. Rose are the lawyers. I'm Jack Dawson. They're not having fun with the other lawyers and the doctors. They want to go down to the steerage with me at the Jersey Shore and party. But no, I'm serious.
The fact that you perceive yourself as steerage
I'm
is
fucking-
nuts.
It's
We're
crazy.
throwing Vinny in therapy. Like,
I like
Oh,
it. No,
I'm already in
I get
therapy.
it. He has a low opinion of himself. Join the club.
Dude, reality stars are like the fucking... We're the kids in the basement
Yes.
of the entertainment industry. You know
Okay.
what I mean? We don't walk the red carpet.
Well,
We
now you're a
walk the brown
comedian, so
carpet.
it's different.
Yes, now I'm transitioning.
You're a
And you're-
podcaster.
You're a podcaster comedian.
Mm-hmm.
You're a male model.
You're
I
a
saw
stripper.
some modeling. Stripping. Was
Yeah.
that it, stripping?
I think I got to keep just going with the trash persona.
Yes.
It helps. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so you're making your way through the Leo movies.
Yes.
So did we get to Gilbert Grape yet?
No.
Oh my God,
No.
insane.
Have you seen
Josh?
Gilbert Grape?
Oh my God, it's everything. It's everything. And I think DiCaprio respectfully got away. He was like one of the final ones who could play someone mentally disabled,
Yes.
full bore.
Yeah, sorry.
Why'd that make you laugh?
No.
Why'd you look at me when he said that? Why did you look at me?
I'm
Because you were like,
sorry.
Vinny can do that too. Because I am.
Yeah, no, I'm now picturing like how he acted was so well. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no, he did a great job.
I
And
gotta
by the
see
way-
that. I've seen Shutter Island.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I haven't seen Gilbert Grape.
Django.
I've seen
I was just
Shutter
gonna give
Island.
a big spoiler.
You
Django?
can spoil it. It's fine.
Okay, so like he lives with like a mom. It was kind of like Gilbert Grape's kind of like the first like My 600-Pound Life.
Yeah.
It was about like an immobile woman,
Okay.
and that's the mom. But looking at My 600-Pound Life, she's like not that big.
Who?
The woman
The
in
woman?
the movie,
Got
you know what I
it,
mean?
yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
could have got around more. I think.
When did it come out? The movie?
Like 93.
Because we've gotten much fatter.
Yeah,
since
we've got
90s.
Yeah.
that.
Now
That's how
we're
we know
really fat.
Yeah,
how
that's how
much
you
how
know.
fat we are because that
Yeah.
was fat in Gilbert Grape time.
Yeah.
Now it's like The Whale. Did you see that movie with
I-
Brendan Fraser?
I haven't, but I heard
I
it was
need to
amazing.
see that.
Oh,
Of course he didn't see that.
spectacular.
Yeah, no, I'll see it in like 15 years.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you just
Ben's
not like
still
trendy?
making his way through Miss Doubtfire.
Yeah, no,
and
literally.
Love. No, Robin Williams. I'm up to date.
Amazing.
Mrs. Doubtfire's
Jane-
Miss
Django?
Doubtfire is one of the funniest movies of all time.
Ooh, your tea. Sugar in your tea. How was that, Josh?
Help's on the way.
Euphigenia Doubtfire, dear.
It was really good. We had Howie Mandel on the show, and he was so abusive to Ben that Ben is now traumatized
Oh, for not seeing movies.
Oh, for not seeing movies?
No,
No,
I'm traumatized
because
by
Howie-
impressions. Yeah.
Oh.
Howie was very critical of his impression.
Who was more critical, Howie Mandel or Matt Friend?
Matt Friend, and that one hurt more,
yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Why? What impressions is Howie Mandel doing?
I don't know. Ones that are worse than what I just did.
Yeah, yeah.
What
But
was
yeah.
what was the impression that you did?
Miss Doubtfire? Oh.
What did I do, Josh, for that one?
You
it
did
was Mickey Mouse. Mickey
and
Mouse.
and you did
Oh.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
I do a good Mickey. You want to hear Mickey?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear Mickey.
Let's see what they think of it, Josh.
Okay.
Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse.
That's,
That's good.
great.
That's
what are you
fucking-
talking
Yeah,
about?
Howie
Howie
Mandel,
Mandel
Howie
hated on
Mandel
that?
looked at me and was like, "Fuck you, that sucks."
What?
He was just he was doing that just to do it.
Yeah,
He was
no,
just
it's
trying to
true.
be
That's
extra.
great. I
Wow,
could
Josh,
do
I'm
that.
being amped up here.
I could do
I know
I could
he's
do,
glowing.
What can you do?
I could,
Vinny can be a black man.
I could do
I'm
Jordan
kidding.
Peterson.
Oh yeah, he can.
Oh.
It's so good.
I haven't done
Oh
the
yeah,
one.
yeah. Let's hear it.
All right, talk to me. Ask me a question.
Go,
You
Josh.
guys go. You
No,
go.
no,
you
you
go.
go. You
you
go. My questions are bad.
You go, Josh.
Well, I think that in order to solve the peace in the Middle East, you have to clean your room every day. You have to make your bed and write it into law in Canada, where I'm from. Oh, this is really
That
Oh,
was
that was
good.
good.
That was good.
I'm working on it.
Good.
I'm working on
You
it.
need a joke that includes him on stage.
Nah, because no one gets these.
We
Any
all
spe-
do.
Any specific references? No, like half the room doesn't get it. I've been trying. All you got to do in comedy is just talk about like my girlfriend, my wife, my kid. That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like a little depressed.
He's like
about
jaded. He's 2 months in and he's jaded already.
That. Josh, what's your favorite movie?
Oh man, I really like Good Will Hunting, which
Yes.
just sounds so.
So good.
I'm
I love a
so
gritty
basic.
Boston drama.
Yeah, I'm from Boston.
Ah.
Can't get
The
it.
Town.
The Town.
Did we just
What a
become best
fucking
friends?
movie. What a movie. The
Gone,
Town.
Baby, Gone.
Josh, have you seen The Town?
Of course, Departed. They're all
The
good.
part is insane.
I'm just saying, you saying of course, but you haven't seen the Titanic. I don't think you can say of course anymore.
I haven't seen popular things. I've never seen Terminator. I've never seen.
Terminator.
I mean, it's all James Cameron films. I've never seen The Fugitive.
Avatar.
seen-
Avatar.
I've seen Avatar, but with all due respect to the great James Cameron, who I have immense respect for, mostly because of his submarine skills. No, I don't ever have to see Avatar again. I like
You're right.
boy meets girl, boy's emotionally stunted, girl has her own issues, they fall apart, they find each other. Basically, Vinny's life.
Yeah.
I like movies like that on New York street corners.
Basically,
That's
the
my
Titanic.
Right.
You just
Yeah,
described the
that's kinda
Titanic. You said,
true.
I don't watch the Titanic. I only like movies that are just like the Titanic.
Okay.
But it's a whole McGilla. It's a whole production.
Oh, so you don't like fantasy, like a whole
sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
He wants real. He wants to feel like he's immersed in it.
Like a When Harry Met Sally type.
Ooh.
Yeah.
great
Oh,
movie.
love. Classic.
Yeah.
And okay, so I don't like Marvel movies. I think Marvel movies are like completely overrated. Every time like a Marvel fan comes at me, I'm like, okay, what about this one? What about this one? They're always like, oh no, that one sucked. That one sucked. So I'm like, they all sucked except 3 of them. Okay.
Yes.
I get 3 of them were good, but if 30 of them suck, then I'm gonna say Marvel sucks. And it's not. And I was like, wait, is it just because of the sci-fi thing of why I'm saying that? But I love the new Planet of the Apes. And that's completely
Oh, I need to
sci-fi,
see that
CGI. The whole fucking thing is CGI, and it's unreal. It's amazing.
Never seen it.
But it has like humans.
But Marvel's great. I love Marvel
You
movies.
love
Yeah.
Marvel?
Yeah.
It's so bad. Name a good Marvel movie besides
Endgame.
Infinity War and
Spider-Man.
Endgame.
Spider-Man.
Which one?
Everyone with Tobey Maguire was great.
Okay, that's before Marvel. That's
I
like
think Andrew
no,
Garfield
is that not
ones.
Marvel?
No, yes, but that's not the new school. I'm talking about the new school shit.
Yeah, I
That's
also
true.
I saw these Tom Holland ones. I saw them. I thought-
horrible.
look,
Tom Holland ones are trash.
the reason that you hate them, which I'm so with you on this. You have your Spider-Man. My Spider-Man is Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire,
My
yes.
Batman is Christian Bale.
Yes.
It is what it is. So when I
Ah.
see a new one, Pattinson, sorry Pattinson,
that movie,
you're not my
that
Batman.
movie was horrible. I don't think it's just that. I think the movies,
I think
they're just
movies have
quick.
kind
They're
of-
cheap. It's like I feel like CGI just writes them.
Yeah.
I don't think
Speaking
movies are
of-
as good.
Oh, sorry.
No, go.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
Such the good guys.
Speaking of Jordan Peterson, he has a whole theory on why Marvel movies are so popular and superhero movies in general, and it's because of the decline of religion in the world
Oh.
that we need a Messiah story. That people need a deeply moral, good versus bad. The Messiah comes and saves the world, and so they find that in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You see, I think that's the reason.
Have you guys seen
why-
Interstellar?
The reason why everybody hates Marvel is because everyone has Marxist beliefs, and I think we should switch back to capitalism and clean your room. Did you say Interstellar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An
it's the best.
incredible movie.
Wait, Josh, you were in Oppenheimer, right?
Yes.
I was.
Dude,
was.
that was
He
crazy.
was.
I was like, holy shit,
Insane.
the trajectory. I know you were an actor already, and I've seen you, keep transforming your life from Vine. I followed you from Vine to YouTube to all these different things, and I'm like, fucking Oppenheimer, crazy.
Yeah.
Good
you
for
got
you.
You got to see what's next.
I
Oh
can't
my
wait.
God, I can't
Oh
wait.
yeah, Josh is on the up.
Wow.
Thank you, Ben, my Jewish mother.
We hitched our wagon at the right time. We're going to the
Wow.
Did you
It
audition?
was-
Did you audition for that?
Yeah, I auditioned and it was an immense beyond honor, and I had kind of like always moved towards that, but in accepting that life rarely sort of reveals itself the way you expect, and then Vine and social media came up, and it was lucrative and a great way to be creative, and I spent 10 years doing that, and then but I always tried to make my way back and go to acting class and just to be ready if an opportunity
Yeah.
like that came. But quickly, the story is that I get this audition from my agent. She's like, Christopher Nolan has a new movie. Here's the audition. It's a 2-page monologue about black holes. You're giving a lecture about physics and astronomy, and you're just gonna send it in and see what happens. So I do it, and I feel pretty good, but I'm like, I don't get these movies, so call me when American Pie 7's being
Yeah.
made.
Right.
And And 2 weeks later, I get a call from my agent going, Nolan saw your tape. He likes you. We're in the hunt. And as I've said, like every actor is a gambling addict because you lose 90% of the time.
Yeah.
But we live for that text. And I would get a text like that every 2 weeks, like, you're still in it. They're still talking about you while they're getting Matt Damon and Cillian Murphy. And I'm like, please, there's no room. It's only legends. But yeah, another 2 months of waiting, but I got it.
That's incredible.
Well, I love that too because you also kind of like switched careers, like you said, and you were not switch, but going towards like the more influencer, YouTuber, social media person. But the acting, like that didn't stop you from being in like a huge movie like that.
Thanks. The one thing I will say is like I've seen a lot of people who get annoyed because they get success in social or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, I wanted to do this other thing. You know, I wanted to do traditional TV and movies." But I'm like, "But were you doing the things, right?" Like a lot of those people become very successful in that world, but they're like, "That should transition to whatever I want to do." And thankfully, I was like, "No, I have to have my ass in acting class and doing like
still doing the
movie
work."
theater and yeah, because I knew that like. I couldn't say to Christopher Nolan, like, have you seen my views this month on TikTok? I'm crushing because
Maybe
might
he's a
not
good
get it.
big TikTok fan.
It also does matter though. Like having $16 million is valuable to a studio
Yeah.
head, and if it's not, they're really dumb.
Right.
Like to
Yeah.
be an amazing actor and have huge social
Yeah.
media is far better than being an amazing actor and being some bum.
Okay.
Say more about you. I know you're like a killer stand-up. Are we thinking about getting into acting, hosting? What's the trajectory? What are the hopes and the dreams?
Oh, nah, I think he's talking to you. She doesn't matter. She's just my sidekick.
Well,
No,
he
no,
found me
I'm-
online, so
I'm
let's say
kidding.
that.
Where are you from?
Sienna?
I'm from Boston originally.
Cool.
I started out as an actor, but really early on at like figuring that out, I like found stand up and I absolutely loved it. And it kind of took a lot of the pressure off of acting because it was just like I could do it every night and it was so creative and I never felt like stuck. I didn't have like that actor feeling of like, oh my God, am I going to book this? Like I had that very briefly and then I was like, oh my God. Comedy, I want to take it all the way. I want to like go on the road. I want to sell out.
She does like 5 sets a night. Like she's a beast.
Wow.
Like you can't ever get a hold of her at night. I don't know how your new boyfriend does it, girl, because she is out working.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's so
Working 9
great.
to
It's so
5.
fun. And I think it's like the best job in the world. But acting would definitely like how much I do stand up, like the schlepping, I don't think it's sustainable for forever.
Yeah.
Like when I'm like,
Are you
Something
Jewish or
gotta
schlepping's just in your arsenal?
it's just in my arsenal.
I was so excited for a second.
Oh,
I was
actually,
like,
I realized.
Oh
I'm
my
part Jewish.
God!
I learned recently.
You're Jewish?
That Steen, my last name's Ross, and Steen was cut off of it. Isn't that crazy?
What?
You're
Jewish?
anglicized, so you're Jewish.
Yeah, Jewish
Yeah.
black
Wow.
woman. But yeah, so I'm
like Sammy
hopeful.
Davis Jr.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He was a black guy that was Jewish.
Oh, yeah.
Sammy
Stop.
Davis
You're
Jr.
kidding.
was Jewish?
Yeah, or he
Wait.
converted to it.
Really?
He
Yeah,
was
it's
Jewish.
like a big
Wait, you
thing.
don't know Sammy Davis Jr.?
No, am I slow for that?
He was
No,
part of the
you're
Rat
not.
Pack.
How old are you, if I may ask?
24.
24.
How old?
24.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
still, you should know who the Rat Pack is.
Well,
I didn't know
who
he
is
was
that?
Jewish.
Do
That's
they like?
fantastic.
Do they do this?
Frank Sinatra, Dean
Oh,
Martin.
I know Frank Sinatra. I know you more than I know.
Yeah.
Sammy.
Josh Peck is
Josh
Sienna's Frank
Peck.
Always
Sinatra.
forgiven. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Frank Sinatra. But thank you for
Yeah.
asking. So
What can I ask? Did you guys see recently? I think it was in the post today that Pete Davidson walked off stage because of relentless hecklers during his set, and it was mostly because of the craze of kind of all the crowd work
Yeah.
videos and
Oh,
reels.
yeah.
People were just trying to be a part of the show. Like, how do
Yeah.
you guys, both as comedians, feel about all the crowd work?
Dude, last night I had the worst set ever. Not because they wanted crowd work, but it was like I just got on the stage and I show up at like weird fucking wacky places that they would never expect me. When you go to like the Stand or the bigger places, they expect like bigger names. So they kind of like, okay, a big name's in front of me. Let me listen to this. These people were just so freaked out. They just all started talking to each other and
Yeah.
looking at their phones. They were Googling me at the table. I'm watching them all Googling me. I'm like, no joke is ever going to work here.
Yeah.
And like when I had like a horrible set and I'm like, I should have just went into the crowd and just started talking to them.
That's hard.
because like it was, they don't want to hear like, about what fucking a joke about my mom or something like that. But yeah, no, the crowd work shit is,
I don't love it.
It's big, but like doing it, it's not. I haven't noticed. I mean, it works better, but I haven't noticed that it's like you have to do it. A good crowd will allow you to tell jokes. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would say if it's like the late shows, like a midnight show on a Saturday, that's when it gets out of hand. I think like the integrity of the room, like when someone starts heckling, it kind of ruins the idea of like this is a stand up and they're telling jokes. So
you have to be in a different mindset to receive a joke.
Yeah,
you have to pay attention. You have to listen to the setup, listen to the punchline. If you're not in that headspace, it's like you're just talking a different language, you know?
and
But who
crowd work
shows
feels
up
like-
to a stand-up club not in that headspace?
You would
A
be
lot of
surprised.
No, I know, but
You
these
would
people
be
are
sur-
schmucks.
You would
the
be
people showing up
surprised.
and heckling a comic up there is like you're in a small club.
Yeah.
You're there
Yes.
to be entertained.
Yes.
Be
Yeah.
entertained. Shut the fuck up.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy that some of these comics will be like 25 years in, and like just like the disrespect like a young guy will have. I'm like, you have no idea. Like this is a legend that you're watching right now.
Well, I do a show called Vinny and Friends, and it's just like a bunch of like my fans, like 20 to 30-year-old girls that come that like don't even really know what a comedy show is sometimes. They just think that it's going to be crowd work, or they think that I'm going to be like stripping or something.
Yeah.
But that's kind of great because you can make your show whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, but
It's obviously harder if you're going in front of fans that maybe aren't familiar with you.
yeah,
But like,
because Claudia,
yeah,
like so Ben, you're married to my friend Claudia, girl with no job, and I saw what she did, you know, because she has this huge following, love Claudia, and then she started doing the theaters and huge like Madison Square Garden and shit.
it started off as like basically what I was just describing. Like she put her fans in a room. They didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
She sold like 2,000 tickets at Caroline's Comedy Club in 2017 over 6 shows and did like a PowerPoint and like spoke and like it was pseudo stand up, but it was
Yeah.
really just like, you know me, I know you. Let's have a really fun night.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh shit! Like I'm really good at improv. I'm really good at this. Like let's just do stand up."
Right.
And then it was the first tour was her first set. Then there was another, and like she just refined it over time. But I
How
think
did
that
she practice for that set?
she wrote jokes.
But
and-
I'm saying that she do it other places.
no, she did it just in front of
her
a
fans
1,000
and shit?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in front.
Well,
of
you
Wow.
can. That teaches you.
That's kinda what you're
That's what
doing.
I mean, I do that one time a week, but the rest of the time I'm going up in front of people that hate me.
Yeah.
Just to get a little bit of both, but they're both helpful in their own way.
But when you're selling tickets, you're going to sell it to people that love you.
That love you,
So
right?
why
So
do you
the-
need the physical abuse?
It
What's
just-
it for?
Well, just to kind of like, I guess like you know a joke really really works if you can do it in front of people that don't like you at all.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. But like, is the dream for Vinny's stand up to be doing
in
like,
front of people that like you.
it's in front of people that like you and
Yeah,
know
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're going to sell to your community, so you
Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah, but you
build a
watch.
show
But you
for them.
watch these people like we always talk about Mark Norman, who's
Yeah.
going to come on the pod, and he did my show. It's just so amazing to see someone
He can
so
do any
good
room.
just go into any fucking room like a couple times a night and just get laughs everywhere.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so
A
cool.
bad
Comedy.
room. Yeah,
Comedy.
yeah,
Yeah.
It'll be a room where everyone has bombed. He goes up, and I'm like, it's just
So
a group
good.
of like black people that don't even know him. Yeah, and he'll
Yeah.
just rip.
Josh said he did a comedy when he was younger. That's
Really,
did.
You did stand
Yeah,
up,
I
right?
never met my dad.
Yeah.
Is that a
in real
joke?
life.
No, in real life, yeah, that wasn't my opener.
Oh.
I never met my dad, and I was chubby, so I needed some kind of hobby to excel at. So
Yeah.
I was doing like I was doing Caroline's at 9.
Really?
Wow.
That's
Was it
dark?
Was it like a kid show?
No, so it's not even open anymore. I used to do Catch a Rising Star and Stand Up New York, and basically like I found a comedian agency that also represented kids, and his name was Sid Gold at Gold Star Entertainment, shout out. And he was like, "Kid, if you can get 10 minutes together, I'll represent you." And so he would get me in at these clubs at like 11 o'clock at night. They'd have to sneak me in through the back so they wouldn't lose their liquor license.
Right.
That's
I
hilarious.
would get up and be like, "What's the deal with grandmas?"
Yeah.
Like, and I had a tight five.
A chubby kid will
Be like,
kill,
I don't have
yo.
a dad.
Yeah. A chubby kid saying, "I will have a
Yeah,
dad."
it's so funny.
Of course, Josh's name was Sid Gold. Like, how do we just do better? Like, what as Jews?
Just
like,
put a vowel on
what
the
are,
end
like,
of
yeah.
it. Put a vowel on the end of it. or
Sid
something.
Gold. Well,
Sid Gold.
Wait,
love
Josh,
him.
you're from New York, right?
Yeah, I'm from New York, from Midtown Hell's Kitchen area.
Oh, you're like from Manhattan?
Yeah, from Manhattan.
Wow.
that's
but
cool.
But Hell's Kitchen is It's not like
Sleepers?
elitist way
No.
of saying you're from Manhattan.
No.
I mean, when I grew up in there, I mean, so the movie Sleepers, right, which is
Yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah.
famous kitchen movie, that was like Irish, Italian, like in the 70s. It was brutal. It was tough. And then I grew up there in the 90s, so it was like still seedy, but slowly being gentrified. And now, like the block that I lived on has a Whole Foods, so it's done.
The gays came in and
Yeah, it's
cleaned that
pretty
shit
gay.
up.
Oh yeah, it's they did.
Yeah.
Shout out
Wait,
gays.
Sleepers is when the speaking of gays, Sleepers is when Kevin Bacon was molesting the kids, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's about the school, the high school in New York with Brad
we thinking of the
Renfro's
same-
in it.
Wait.
I don't know if we're thinking of this. Wait, no.
What movie are you watching?
Yeah, you're thinking of it, Sleepers.
Yeah, Kevin.
Jason Patrick.
These kids went to school. Kevin Bacon.
It was Catholic school.
This is the dream you had.
Kevin Bacon was molesting kids, and Robert De Niro was in it.
Yeah,
right?
he is.
De Niro's in it. Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
No, that's why I'm just
That's
laughing.
an old school one.
That's
You
why
gotta-
I'm laughing.
I don't see anything about kids.
Speaking of gays, Kevin Bacon molested all these kids.
He killed a man.
This is why Dear Media is not going to have me.
No,
I'm
it's
telling
good.
you
We'll
that.
just cut a little.
Yeah.
It's like a bris. I was at a
Yeah.
bris yesterday. Have you ever been to a bris?
No, but I.
Do you know what a bris is?
When they
when
cut.
it's circumcised.
Yeah.
But I don't know
yeah.
about the celebration.
You go into a room, they give you bagels and lox. It's called a moil. He takes scissors, he cuts
my
off the
God.
baby's foreskin, you hear him scream, and you eat.
In front of everybody?
Yeah.
In front of
It's a
everybody.
show?
It's a show.
Is there a lot of blood?
No, little blood.
Oh my God.
Bandaged up.
Imagine
Well, they did that
mess
to my
it up.
nephew recently, but it wasn't. We didn't have the
How old
party.
was
We didn't
he?
have the party. He was 8. No, I'm kidding. He was.
You're like, I did it myself.
No, I,
Josh looks sick.
I have a new nephew. Like when he was born, he's a year old now. But when he
Nice.
was born, he got circumcised.
He looks
Good.
just like Vinny.
But thanks.
It's kind of scary.
But he didn't have. Okay, so the bris. Did Jewish people always do that?
Yeah. You
No,
have
I
to.
did it at the hospital.
What? Was that a joke?
No,
Most Jewish people do it that way.
At the
my
breast.
the
kids
breast.
were circumcised at the hospital, not at a party.
Oh, so the party's not at the hospital.
No. The party's not at the hospital. You can, of course, have
Where
it
do
at
you
the
do it? At
hospital.
like a Knights of
You
Columbus?
do it at the synagogue.
Oh, at the synagogue.
Yeah, you come in.
No, you
there's
don't
a
do
night.
it at the synagogue. You do it at the house, Ben.
You do. You can do it anywhere you want. You could do it in the parking lot. It doesn't. It doesn't
You
matter.
have the right equipment.
It
Do
doesn't
they do
matter.
anything with the skin? Do they throw it in like a fire?
They keep it.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
everyone tosses it around. Everyone plays catch with it.
It's hectic. If you've been to a bris, it's upsetting. Like,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a lot.
I mean,
Yeah,
imagine.
some of those things are a little
Are you circumcised?
barbaric. Shut the fuck up.
Good question.
Shut
I'm
the
just
fuck up.
curious.
I'm actually not.
It's okay.
Oh,
This has been said. This
that
is,
makes a lot of sense.
Hold on. What the fuck? Is that's what's keeping me as a whore?
keeping you
I'm like
single.
scarred. I'm
Yeah.
like cursed.
You have,
First
like,
of all,
the
it's not
demonic
like it's
skin.
not like anteater dick. You would never tell. I'll show you.
Yeah,
That's not true.
No. You would never tell. It's like kind of
That's
just
what
like.
they all say.
yeah.
No, I'm serious. It's it's like.
Hold on. Let's ask our producer, Marshall.
When it's
True, Marshall. Can you,
you can't
tell?
tell when it's hard, and then when
Uh-huh.
it's not hard, it's just like you could still see the top. It's not fully covered, and then it just like comes out a little bit like Super Dick is here to save the
Uh-huh.
day, like a cape, you know.
Oh, got it.
Cool.
That's pretty progressive.
So interesting. He has
My
a super
family is
dick.
very European. We came from Italy, and they didn't really believe
Got
in
it.
it. America is like the okay, so circumcision is a religious thing for a lot of cultures, but culturally, it's only really part of American culture. I don't think the rest of the world really does it.
I think it's a part of. Isn't it just a cleanliness thing now, Josh?
That was another part of. There's like whole movements about this.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer. I feel like you know
it's
this.
debated, but yes, it originally there was a cleanliness factor to it. That
I
it just
can-
made it easier to
Which
clean.
I can see that, but just all over globally though, it's not the majority of countries. Definitely not. I don't.
I
think-
have
don't think so.
I have no
No.
idea.
Yeah.
We could do a quick Google. What
Yeah.
percentage of people in
How
the US
many
are-
men have cut dicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an uncircumcised guy?
My boyfriend.
Is he not?
Yeah.
Way to fucking just blow.
Also,
him up.
he's half Jewish.
Mazel.
Thank God. Which half?
It's his dad is Jewish, so he's like not real
Yeah,
Jewish.
so-
Yeah.
Ooh, 40% of men globally are circumcised.
R?
Yeah,
okay.
R.
Okay, so it's still the majority.
Yeah, but
not.
that's a lot
That's
more.
it is a lot. I
That's
thought
a
it was.
lot.
I thought it was just like America. I thought
My
like,
dad's circumcised.
I thought it was like a metric system kind
You've
of thing.
Yeah, yeah, and that makes sense now.
Your dad's
Everything. I
circumcised?
still don't talk to my dad, but yeah.
This conversation.
You don't talk-
is
you don't
so
talk to your dad, you
fucking
just
weird.
look
But
at
I
his
just
dick.
know that he's circumcised.
I don't talk to him. I just installed the camera.
yeah.
That's why you don't talk to him.
Yeah,
Because of that one.
because I
that one
know that.
that one exchange you had. Oh, this
Sorry,
is weird.
Josh.
No, please. It's I know. I never met my dad, so I can't comment on his.
He's fucking dads.
Sorry.
But look at you. You know, being.
So
amazing.
you were doing comedy. You were, you know, the kid that's like, I don't know my dad. You were doing it in front of adults.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna go? What?
Well, because I see on TikTok they have these like kid night things, and like the audience.
I did those too.
They're adults, but it's like a family show.
Sure.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
fair.
Like he's not. I can't picture him at the stand. There's no kids there.
Yeah. I know. I did like late night shows, but then I would also do like 2:00 on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Like kids. Oh yeah, comedy is not great in the day.
No, I've done brunch shows. Oh my god,
Yeah.
Hard.
drag brunch. Actually,
Ooh,
it's kind of
nice.
fun. Low-key
That's
kind of
fun.
fun.
Oh yeah. Were they fun?
There's a really fun drag. It's at the stand.
Oh really?
I'll set you up.
Are they are drag people good crowds?
Yeah, they're so fun.
They're fun.
Well,
Yeah.
because like for me, like I did this show Chippendales. I was
Yes.
like a stripper for a couple
Oh, we
years.
Is
know.
it full stripping?
Thanks, Josh. It's illegal to get naked on the strip, like at a real show, like where it's like a theater and in a casino.
Got it.
I don't know what they do in an actual male strip club. I've never been, but I was doing that, and then it's just all these like bachelorette parties, and they're having a good time. They're drunk. They're wasted. Great crowd for that. Not a good crowd for stand-up comedy.
So we both had keto. Keto
Yeah.
was our original. Josh,
'Cause
me
I
and Vinny are the keto
Yeah,
kids.
the keto Guido. We know.
Yes.
Vinny Guadagnino.
He was
the
the
keto
keto Guido.
The-
I had keto season, if you remember. I ate smoked turkey and mayonnaise in a movie
In the movie theater.
In the movie
That's
theater,
what-
yes. I
that's what
brought my own package of turkey. My
I
own
thought it was a
package of elements.
joke.
No, this was just me trying to lose weight. And
He
then I
was
found
bringing-
Ozempic. Then I
just
found
love that
Ozempic and I
Ben-
lost weight.
Ben's whole shtick was keto season, but it really should have been called Ozempic season because it's the only thing that worked.
It is. No, keto worked for 3 months.
Yeah,
or so.
yeah. But you
The
were smuggling mayo into the theater, right?
I was. The problem with keto is that once you go off it, what reminded me of it is that you have to be in such unbelievable shape to want to strip on the strip.
Right.
In front of women.
Yeah, no. I lost a lot of weight, and I went through like a transformation, and there was just something about at the time, like as soon as I stopped eating sugar and carbs,
Yeah.
it didn't even matter about calories or whatever. My body just like went through like a shock and
Yeah.
just like dropped weight. It was the craziest thing because now I can't do that. I can't just eat keto or carnivore and like lose weight. Like, whenever your body, I don't know, Josh, you lost weight. So like whenever your body goes through a transformation, it's like you get this grace period. It's like, oh my God, you're going to lose so much weight now. You stopped drinking soda. Or like you started running, but then it stops working after a while. That's why I don't really do keto anymore because I'm like, this used to be the fucking magic pill for me,
And it's not anymore.
and now it's like if I eat 5 cheeseburgers tonight, I'm gonna get fat.
Yeah. Thoughts on Ozempic?
Thoughts? I'm like one fucking donut away from doing it, dude.
You should.
And a fucking
Same here, Vin.
You should
Same
do it.
here.
Are you on it?
Yeah.
How is
I've
it?
been on it. I lost.
But do you have diabetes?
I lost. No, of course not.
No, you just.
It's to make sure that I don't get
What
diabetes.
a rookie question.
To make
Yeah.
sure that I don't get
Rookie
diabetes.
over here.
You know what it does?
Everyone's
It
on it.
strips the sugar out of your bloodstream. You feel so much better. You can't eat 5 burgers because you're not hungry enough
Your
for 5
insulin's
burgers.
probably not spiking.
It's not.
if you're not having sugar in your system.
Correct.
It's almost like emulating keto. In a way.
Correct.
When
Wow.
they made it, do you think they knew that people were going to use it like this?
That's an excellent question. I
I can't believe you speak about this so openly.
Yeah, who gives a shit? I don't care.
Yeah, what is this, 9 months ago?
Yeah.
We got plenty to go around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I-
but like, be
huh?
careful.
No, I don't care. It's good. It's easy.
This was the magic bullet that I'm sure every major Pfizer, Novo Nordisk, they've all been looking for this, and it's kind of it. It might be here, unless God forbid in 10 years they find like over time you grow a third ear. I mean, it's just it.
Well, did
It
you see the new South Park special on it?
On Lizzo?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Lizzo. Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Well, no, like Big Sugar comes after Ozempic.
Big sugar.
Yeah, because big sugar is what keeps everybody fat, and now Ozempic is like making people not eat anymore.
Got it. I got it.
So they're gonna have, and no one can beat big sugar.
No.
That was part of my whole keto thing too. It was like I became really like red pill on it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't about like it was about like me looking at it, but I was like, I felt like I was this evangelist now that I was like, oh my god, there's sugar in everything. They're fooling you guys. You know what I mean? I got mad woke.
You could have easily turned into those guys on TikTok that pop into Costco, turn around the package, and describe all of the
Yeah.
The carnivore MD.
You could have done that.
He's like, kale is bullshit. No, I was
Paul Saladino.
Paul Saladino. Yeah, I was going down that path for a while. That's what Keto Guido was. If you look now, it's so cringe. Under every post, there's like a 3-paragraph essay that I wrote on sugar.
Oh my God. Was this COVID era? How did you?
You probably weren't wrong though. Like
No.
sugar is bad.
I wasn't wrong. But that kind of like got me into a lot of, I don't want to say conspiracies. Like I'm not a conspiracy theorist in terms of like certain things that usually people are. But I just believe in like I believe in like the macro conspiracies, not the micro.
They want people fat.
Yes,
Yeah.
or sugar contributes to people getting sick, and now they have to take medicine. So now that's tied into the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah, a food desert, all that stuff.
Yeah, so just like the whole I approach politics like everything the same way. Like whenever like it's all fucked up. Like I discovered that about sugar, and now. That's kind of why I always take that approach to different things.
What was that amazing, Josh? The guy that we had on our podcast, Max, that was on Good Guys?
Yeah. Max Lugavier, who's like a health and wellness expert, and he's got a podcast. He's a journalist. But do you guys think, I don't even think it's that malevolent or there's like a conspiratorial aspect. I think pharma is responding to the fact that our dumb brains love the extreme dopamine hit of a sugar rush, and we lack self-control. And for many of us, it just turns into like heavy weight and ailments. And then farmers just like, great. They're like, we don't need to convince the sugar industry because they want to be rich too. So they're going to make more cracky crack, and we're going to make more Band-Aids. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it is. And then you tie in insurance to this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that gets too complicated for me to understand.
People dying.
Insurance.
Oh, health insurance.
Health insurance. You know what I mean?
Got
Because
it.
now they're making money off of all the.
Yeah.
It all kind of like ties together. We're just like robots in this matrix. You know what I mean?
Do you drink tap water?
I do, but I have a filter. I have like a pH thing that goes through it
Yeah.
and shit like that.
I do.
You have
do?
a pH thing? I've
But
heard
I
that's
shouldn't.
big hooey, Vinny. I heard that's hooey.
Is it hooey? I just
Alkaline,
can't.
it's a nothing.
No, I believe you. I just don't know.
Oh,
like,
it's a lie. Is that a hooey?
yeah, like
Yeah.
Essentia and
Yeah.
like all that shit. Of course, it's all fucking.
Because
Yeah.
your stomach, all the acids in your stomach immediately neutralize any alkaline water. And I know there's going to be people in the comments. I think you're probably wrong. Comment, people.
Yeah. Joey, Josh, how did you lose weight? Was it like a lap band surgery or something?
You know you're fat when people start throwing that out.
No, because I remember like one day you were just mad skinny.
That's awesome. You're right, though, because there would be like a rerun of Drake and Josh from like season 2. And then they would see like season 4. They'd be like, what happened?
Yeah, there was no in
They're like,
between.
he's hot.
There was no in between, like where it's like a slow burn.
I between 17 and 19, I lost almost 100 pounds, and it's really boring. I did like Atkins, which was the original keto.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I lost probably the first half of it, and then it was hard to sustain, and I started to eat just more normal foods, and then I got down to like 230, 220, where I could work out more, and it didn't hurt so much.
Yeah, and then you probably got addicted to like seeing the results, and because at first it's hard when you're not seeing results. You're like, what the fuck am I doing this for? But then eventually, you're like, no, like this feels better. Like I want to do this, you know.
Yeah, and I think I was lucky that, like, I always say how most people have an awkward teenage phase, and then they basically, like, grow out of it, burn their yearbooks, and enjoy college. Like, mine was just a little more public. But, I mean, by the time I was 19, I had let go of all that weight. So if I was, like, an offensive tackle for my high school football team, it would have been no thing. But
Yeah.
I was, on TV.
Nice. That's awesome.
But you were so cute as a fat
Thank
kid.
you.
Yeah,
so
no,
kind.
no, he held it well. He
Yeah, it
really
was
cute.
like
If
it was
I get fat, it goes
aesthetically
right
pleasing.
to my fucking
Yeah,
gut.
you're like a full oval. Your face, it's like a lima bean.
Don't get started. I'll talk about your face.
Oh, don't do that. He wants me to get fat though. That's his dream.
Not fat. Never
You
mind.
should get fat just to know what it's like.
Me?
It's nice that you're funny and you haven't been fat.
I know. I
like,
know.
Were you really fat?
Yeah, I still feel like I'm really fat, but I was really fat. I
Oh, you
lost,
were,
I lost
like
60, 70 pounds in the
Nice.
last. And I've kept it off.
That's
Like over the
amazing.
last
Yeah.
two-ish years.
I know Claudia's not
Vinny-
here. Does she do Ozempic?
Yeah, she talks about it.
Oh,
She
okay.
did it. She's
so
she's
fucking-
she's actually like the key, like one of those like success stories that shows people love to say, oh, you'll gain it right back the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
you go off it. She's been off it for 8 months.
She got
Wow.
used
And
to it.
she completely changed her lifestyle.
yeah.
Like what they don't talk about, they just talk about like, oh, it's cheating. Actually, it's not cheating. First
Yeah.
of all,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing as like you can have an eating addiction the same exact way that you can have ADHD. And
Yeah.
if you took Vyvanse, nobody's saying you're cheating. They're saying that
Like a medication.
our brains are different.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like the
Understand.
brain of an overeater is a compulsive person
Yeah.
that needs to eat food the same way that a drug addict needs drugs, the same way that a gambling addict needs gambling, somebody with ADHD needs meds,
Sex addict
sex addict,
needs a big booty hoe.
sex addict.
Yeah.
So Ozempic is that thing. But
Just
once
talking
you
about
lose the weight,
hypothetically.
once you lose the
Yeah,
weight,
Jessica Kirsten talks about that.
then you get to go Jessica Kirsten, Josh.
yeah.
Great Jessica Kirsten. We love
So
her.
funny.
Vinny, would you call yourself a sex addict?
No. I would say that my my history of sex is definitely somewhat of an unhealthy relationship. Because like, is that the
Are you
definition?
looking at me like?
Because you're my fucking sidekick.
Yeah.
No, isn't that the like one of the definitions? Like you're having an unhealthy relationship.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it?
yeah.
So I would say that's definitely a thing, but I'm not like addicted to sex, like walking around here like having compulsions for it. Like I'm actually very picky and choosy with like how far in between. Like I want to have a connection with somebody. I guess, and even porn. Like I could stop porn right now. I don't do it, but like I could.
Yeah.
Like there would be no crazy withdrawals.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I fall into the actual addict category. I think I'm just like fucked up like the average person that's living in 2024. Mine is a little bit more fucked up when it comes to the real world element of it.
Because you're like but he's very looks focused.
That's not true. Well, that's part of it, but everyone is, right? Everyone has a type.
No, I date ugly guys, except
That's
for
your
my
type.
boyfriend.
That's your type.
No. It's more like any guy can, based on personality. Really, as long as he doesn't smell, I will. If you saw the kind of guys I've gone out with, you'd be like, what? Like that. I'll be like, oh, I'm so.
But girls are
obsessed
like that. Girls like sometimes girls see like this super hot chiseled guy and they're
with.
like,
You're
oh, he's ugly.
But like a random dude who can just like have confidence. Sometimes like just he is so confident he's not attractive that's so
So
attractive.
you're shallow hell.
Shallow Hell.
But when-
Yeah.
What
after-
a movie.
So you see
Great
Shallow
hair.
Hell. Never saw Titanic, saw Shallow Hell.
I mean,
Great movie.
one is a classic. One is, as Josh would say,
Dude.
it's too popular.
I
Yeah.
would love Tony Robbins to come hypnotize me into just liking someone for them inside, you know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he needs.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest lines in cinema history is Jack Black shaking Tony Robbins' hands, and he goes, "God, it's like holding a bunch of bananas."
Yeah, like a sack of bananas. That's
So
such a
good.
That's such a good
That movie could never be made now.
Yeah. I know,
No.
I know. Wait, when did that come out? Were you Josh, were you heavy when that movie came out? I don't know the year.
Here, we'll look it up.
Look it up.
I
I
wonder
want to know if you were
was.
offended as a heavy person when Shallow Hal came out.
Shallow Hal. Let's see.
I like-
2001. Oh yeah,
You were heavy?
I was a big boy.
Were you
Damn,
were you picketing?
2001? I saw that in
That's
the
crazy.
theater.
I was
was
one.
I picketing Shallow Hal? Amazing.
That's so crazy.
I like how cool Josh is. I didn't know if like we were gonna like joke around and shit. You know.
Yeah, Josh is amazing.
You don't
Josh
know.
is amazing.
No, my favorite line was when like he was like, "Yo, I'm talking to this one. The other two are for you." He's like, "Who? The hyena or the fucking hippo?" Like they just kept saying animal names for girls the whole time. They can't make movies like that anymore.
No.
But
Yeah.
do you guys think like with the Tom Brady roast, right, which
Yeah.
seemed like such a massive like sort of tipping of the scales to the other side of saying we're not going to worry about, you know, sort of people's reaction? I mean, people said some wild shit on that roast. Are we in a new
Era.
moment of comedy? What do you guys think? You're the professionals.
Yeah, I think there's like that whole edgelord scene that's not really mainstream, but I think that
What does that mean, edgelord?
it's kind of like the R word, all that stuff. Kind of like, honestly, a lot of the shows that I do. It's like they'll say like just anything on stage, but they're not mainstream yet. But I think people have been pushing them to be mainstream. But then I think it's gonna keep going back and forth. Where edgy, you can say whatever is gonna be mainstream again, and then people are gonna get over the fact because once it's no longer taboo to like make a weird joke.
Dude,
Edgelord is the term?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
take that with me.
edgelords.
Edgelord.
It's gonna keep
that's what
changing
the girls
forever.
call me.
See,
I-
he's a
Vinny,
sex
are you into
addict.
edging?
Am I into edging? Wait, on me or doing it to the girl?
I don't even know what edging is. What's edging?
It's like when you're
I don't
trying to
know.
make them come, right?
Edging is when you're like if a girl's giving a hand job, she's kind of like just like stroking the head, kind of where it's like you feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna come. You know what I mean? Because usually you just want some shaft.
A tease.
Yeah.
It's like it's like an ongoing tease. You know what
Got
I mean?
it.
So
He likes
what
his butt. Eaten.
edging is. Shut up! You just ate
It's-
ass for the first
No,
time.
I
the other
didn't.
night.
No, I did not at all.
Wait, hold on.
Your
One-
dad's.
Yep,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
dad.
yeah.
That's when I discovered
That's
his
when I found out that
circumcised
he was
penis.
circumcised.
His
And,
dad
and
came
that
over.
Jewish. I learned so much the other night.
I ate ass the other night for the first time, but enough about my dad visiting. No, I give Netflix mad credit for that,
For what? Ass?
Roast.
for doing that roast.
It was good.
Oh,
totally
yeah.
uncensored.
Nikki Lazer's incredible.
Yeah.
Nikki did great. Schultz did great. You know.
Have you guys had her on the pod?
She was just on Claudia's. She was just on the toast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that week. She got her at a
Wow.
great time.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I go way back with all of them because I did this show called Guy Code back in the day.
Yeah.
So Nikki,
Classic.
Chrissy D, Mateo Lane, all those people, like
Incredible.
Charlemagne, they were all just on Guy Code, just like open micers.
Wow.
And now they all blew up since
Blew
then.
up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Who's your favorite comic? Or who do you like, you know?
My wife, of course.
Yeah,
is my
good
favorite,
answer.
is my
Wow.
favorite comic.
The ultimate good guy answer.
But then I love Chappelle.
Mm.
I do.
He's at the
I do.
stand quite
I do.
often.
And in terms of the whole, what did you just call it? Edgelord?
Yeah.
Like, you can't love Chappelle and then not love when he makes fun of you.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
That should be
there-
the best part.
like he like people are like he's like said some stuff about Jews and like people are like, why are you still following Chappelle? And it's like Chappelle says shit about everyone.
Everyone.
Right.
He has an opinion about everything. And like it or don't like it, like if you're like laugh, just laugh.
Yeah.
Like take the bullet. Sure,
Right.
he shoots you, but then you're gonna be laughing about something else.
Yeah.
And so like I love him because he is that. Like he'll say whatever the fuck he wants. And he has the liberty to say that because comedy is protected. And if he didn't continue to be the type of person that he was, maybe comedy never would have swung back in the way that Josh mentioned. But I think it's so important that people have the ability to get on stage and say shock-worthy, offensive, funny, like whatever they want.
Comedy, yeah.
Yeah, and if you
Comedy.
like it, you're there. If you don't like it, you'll never
Don't
go back.
go to a comedy club.
Don't go back.
Unfollow.
Right, but
Block.
So there's-
Unfollow.
I have 2 points. So first of all, like we talk about like punchlines. Like sometimes comedians just like get prolific and make political statements, which you know, I mean, I still would not be. I wouldn't stop being a fan if someone made a political statement about whatever. But just as a comedy fan, like I like punchlines and jokes. So if someone is making a joke about your religion, ethnicity, whatever it is, but they have this like hilarious spin on it and different way of looking at it and punchline, that's the goal of comedy. And that should be the best is when you're getting made fun of. Like Russell Peters, you know, like all his shit has gone viral because he says funny things about certain ethnicities, but they're true. And you're like, that's me. That's
Stereotypes
my
stem
family.
from the
Yeah,
truth.
exactly.
You
So
know?
They have to be funny though, and that's
For
sort of what
sure.
you just said.
punchline, joke, you know what I mean?
You have to be funny.
But also you have
Yeah.
to figure it out on stage too. Like I have jokes where like, you know, sometimes I'll have like a naughtier joke that maybe is like race related. I am black, so I can kind of get away with it. But you know, and it might not be funny, but I'm figuring it out. That's the one good thing about comedy fans that come out. They understand what you're doing versus like random people that are just like, oh my God, I've never been to a show, you know?
Yeah, you can get away with a lot more than I thought.
Me?
No.
Oh.
Comics, like even me,
Yeah.
like because I'm always afraid of
In
like,
Manhattan,
Yeah,
not
oh,
in
okay.
Brooklyn.
Oh, not in Brooklyn.
Only Old Man Hustle. Can you?
Oh, because it's like hipster.
But other
and shit?
places, it's just like I remember I did a show and this white girl came up to me and with like she gave me a note and it said like jokes about black people equals not funny.
Oh, tell her to shut the fuck
Isn't
up.
that
Yeah.
crazy?
That's so
and it was like a
crazy.
black show, and I was
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
just give
yeah.
it to me.
Well,
Crazy bitch.
Yeah, I thought like I was like I don't do it, but like like comics are like afraid to say like retarded and like things like that. Obviously, like there's context to everything. You're not like calling anyone that. You know what I mean? You're calling your fucking I don't know grandfather that or something like that, or your cat or something like that. Like everyone
People can't
understands
hear
what's going on.
context though. It's kind of like when Shane had the
Yeah.
joke about Down syndrome on SNL, and people were like, he was like literally talking about his niece who has Down syndrome.
Right, and he also said, like, he was also telling a joke where bullies were calling somebody retarded. Like, he wasn't like saying like they're, you know what I mean? Like, so there's just you can say shit if
it was also funny.
It was also funny.
really funny.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody that slings like inappropriate phrases that are not funny, that's when it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
But if you can sling them,
If you can sling them, they're amazing.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to sling them.
Yeah.
Josh, who's your
But
favorite?
our job as artists, right? And I hate that saying. I feel like I get beat up in Staten Island for calling myself an artist. But
Artist.
our job is to make the point consumable. You know what I mean? Like, we're not activists. We're not like, I mean, there's a rare, certain people become, Muhammad Ali was an athlete who became an activist. But like, for most of us, I look at like Christopher Nolan as such a good example, right? Because he made Oppenheimer, and what could be more clear about his feelings about like nuclear proliferation and what happened, and it started in the 40s, and what our world is now with wars and nuclear programs and the whole thing. That is going to resonate forever. But a tweet, had he written a tweet about his feelings, that would have come and gone and made a bit of a ripple. But now he's got this piece of art that only he can make that will last forever. Like, you guys can be funny and say what you really feel.
You know, Chappelle has a new club.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in Yellow Springs.
In Ohio.
In Ohio, yeah.
Cool.
It's like a headliner club.
Yeah.
Chappelle
Where's Yellow
just
Springs?
loves repping
In Ohio. Like,
Ohio.
it's where he
Ohio.
lives.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a girl in Ohio right now.
Ooh, Dayton?
Well, like, am I dating her?
No, Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio, what?
Co-
Is he
like
slur?
Columbus,
Yeah, like the city?
Yeah.
Cleveland, Cincinnati. What are we
Guys,
talking?
I'm-
Cedar Point?
I am dating some girl from Ohio right now.
Okay, Vinny. I actually think you should quit. I'm kidding.
Why did Josh keep disappearing? I don't know.
He's here. We can start.
I don't know what part she's from, but I feel like
Wait, you guys haven't gotten there yet? That would have been my first question.
Yeah.
no, she's in Ohio.
How did you meet her,
You need
Hinge?
to ask her if she likes Buckeye ice cream.
Butt guy. Butt guy.
Vinny, you got to do better.
I know, Vinny. What is going
This is
on?
why I'm single. This is why I'm
Yeah.
single. Nah, cause like Ohio to me isn't like crazy long distance.
So, but how'd you find her? DM?
Akron?
Instagram. But I feel like Ohio's not like it's
She's
like
a black girl in Ohio?
It's like a quick fix.
Or is she white?
She's mixed.
Oh, okay. Stop looking at me so like I have the answer to whatever you're
Josh,
saying.
because like it's hard to. I feel like social media just fucked everything up for relationships because now everyone thinks they have access to people that live outside of where they live, and then everyone's forced into these like long distance relationships. But then, like at a certain point, like no one's gonna want to move to the other
this
place.
is your own personal problem.
No, actually, I come across this a lot. This isn't my hypothetical inner projection.
Well, she's going to want to move to New York.
Yeah.
It's
Things
you
progress.
always gotta go to the better city.
Yeah.
You got to go to the better person.
The
And
better
the
person, the
better-
guy that pays the bill,
Exactly.
the girl that pays
the
the bills,
guy or girl that
pays the bills.
The person who's in a better situation. I don't know why I just like am envisioning this like broke girl in Ohio.
That's what I'm
She's running a
envisioning.
bank.
She's at Wawa.
Maybe she's big. Maybe she's big time
Nah,
there. Maybe
she's
you gotta
loaded.
move
She
to Ohio.
owns Ohio.
Yeah, you never know. You never
She's
know.
Dave
Ohio's a
Chappelle's
home to
daughter.
Wendy's headquarters. She might be the heir to the Wendy's
She actually
fortune.
might. She might
I've
have more
been
money
there.
than you.
Is she Wendy?
She
Yeah,
was.
no, she told me. She was like, I'm getting the fuck out of Ohio as soon as I can.
That's how she's talking to you.
Yeah.
Well, she said I would get. I say this like instantly. I'm like, so you can move in here? Like, because we don't, like, why would we start talking to each other? I'm not delulu about it.
Did you fly her out yet, or are you going
No,
to?
not yet. Can you, like, train someone? Nah, Ohio,
Why?
you gotta
Why
fly,
would you
right?
want to train her?
Well, train is a good cheat code if someone's like in D.C., Boston.
Yeah.
Flight is like flight.
Oh,
flight
put
makes
her
it
on the
feel-
train.
Yeah, not run a train.
No, I thought you meant like train her. Like,
Oh,
Oh,
train her.
5K.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
train
No
her.
one
Like,
was
can I
thinking
train
run
her?
a
like
train.
a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I train her? No, yeah, you can't put a girl on the train from Ohio.
Yeah,
No,
what
not
is
Ohio.
wrong
Well,
with
I
you?
don't know. In my head,
Nuts.
Ohio seems like it's close.
It's kind of cheap.
Yeah,
Ohio.
no, it's cheap.
No, it's a feeling thing.
See, this is.
Yeah.
I'm sure with his wife, it was.
She's from here. I didn't put her on any
Claudia
trains.
fucking. Is,
She's not.
Claudia's flying herself, bro.
Yeah, she's not. And she's not going on a train.
And
But she's not going on a train.
No, no trains. No.
You
Josh,
guys got to try Buckeye ice cream. Let me tell you more.
Buckeye ice cream.
Yeah, you know Ohio, Ohio State, the Buckeyes. Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
University
yeah.
of Ohio State?
Yeah.
One of them. But yeah, Buckeye ice cream, delish.
What is it?
It's just like an Ohio staple. It's created there. They're everywhere all over Ohio. It's just mad good ice cream from the middle of America, but
Wait,
mostly
now I
east.
want it.
Josh, where'd you meet your wife?
We met at a Halloween party
In L.A.
in LA in the Valley where I moved to. When I moved here when I was 14, so I kind of grew up in the Valley as well. And she's from like a beautiful beach town, had no reason to be at this like ratchet Valley party for Halloween. And we were young. I was 24, she was 20. We met like randomly. We weren't dressed up. We were very vain. We were both like trying to look our best. And I was going to cover all this with a mask. I worked hard for this. And yeah, and that was it. That was
So she lived.
yeah,
so it
we've been
wasn't
together
long
ever
distance.
since.
It lived. She was from Cali.
Yeah, it was local. It was easy. I mean, she
Nice.
used to, drive an hour up the 405, so we might as well have been long distance.
Yeah,
and we know
that's-
to do that.
Right.
How soon till you guys got married?
We were together 5 years,
Okay.
5 or 6 years, because yeah, we're coming up on 7 years married.
And you have kids,
Wow.
right?
2 kids, 5 and 1.
Wow.
2 boys. I'm out here doing it, guys. Like full
Yeah.
How old are you?
domesticated. I'm 37.
Oh shit.
You're really behind, bro.
Fuck.
You're gonna be an old
I told
dad.
you this is gonna make me feel worse about myself.
Yeah, he really
The
is.
good guys.
He's the good
Do you guys
guy.
have kids yet?
No, not yet.
You gonna
Soon.
have them?
Yeah, yeah, we'll go. I'm 32. She's 29. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, I
We've just
forgot you
we've
guys
just
are
been
so
together
young.
for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
20 and 18. We've been together for 12 years.
Yeah.
It's amazing that she's doing so much at 29.
Killing.
Killing.
And
She's a
been
beast.
for a while. Yeah.
I know.
I used to do
I
these
wanna meet
like
her.
clubhouse rooms when Clubhouse was a thing during the pandemic.
Those are dark days.
Yeah, there were dark days. Remember when everyone was like, "This is the greatest app ever"?
Yeah. For
yeah.
like
The person
2
who made
weeks.
the app.
Yeah.
Remember
yeah,
Quibi?
Yeah. We were just all bored as fuck.
Josh, did you have a Quibi show?
No, and that really sticks in my craw because Quibi was literally picking up like whatever anyone had. Basically, if 5 studios had passed, Quibi was like, over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll give you 10 times the money.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
people were
couldn't sell a
shocked that it
thing.
flopped.
Right. And
Yeah.
people were still like, nah. No, but I used to do these clubhouse rooms, and like as soon as like I joined with Claudia, like 300 people used to like come in, or like
Wow.
1,000, and like that was a lot back then. It wasn't like open to the public.
Yeah.
So her toasters.
Yeah.
Used to like
The
follow
fans.
her around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She
So
was great.
let me ask Vinny, would you be open to this new wonderful person you met in Ohio? And let's just say for fun, she lives in Columbus. Would you go? Would
that-
you
that
go
wasn't to you.
visit?
That was to me.
Would I go visit?
My bad. Would you like? Because to me, I would think like you met someone, you go have a romantic getaway in Southeast Ohio. You go out for dinner, spend the weekend, have some Buckeyes ice cream. Why not? Get to know each other.
If that's first of all, if that's like a low key town, like why Chappelle
Yeah.
went there, I would love nothing more than just like low key, relaxed, small town vibes, like a getaway. I'd be down for that. A lot of times when I'm doing the long distance thing, these girls like live with their family or they live with somebody. So like I have to get like a side hotel for myself. Now I'm like Googling like 5-star hotels
Yeah.
in Ohio. Where I'm
Yeah.
and there's like none sometimes. I
Yeah.
feel like at a weird like Holiday Inn somewhere. So it always gets a little complicated.
Stay
like
with
once
Chappelle.
I have to start going to the person. when they have to come to me, it's like I have a room. What are you laughing at, man?
It's so funny.
These kids.
Every time I meet a girl, you know,
She lives with her family. She doesn't speak English.
Dude,
She doesn't have a house.
But yes, I would do that. I would go out
He
there.
says the craziest thing.
All right.
Love it.
How long have we been doing?
At least an hour.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
We'll wrap it up. And I'm gonna do your guys's. So yeah, thank you. I have no thing. I have no format.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
stupid.
Cool.
No, seriously, thank you so much for doing this. I'm gonna be on the Good Guys podcast. I'm honored. Can't wait.
We're honored.
We're honored.
Sienna might be there. She might not. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Sienna,
Whatever you
wanna
guys
come?
want.
You come.
Sure.
But yeah, thank you so much. And like, follow, subscribe, do all the things. Ben Soffer, Josh Peck, thank you so much.
Thank you.
What can we plug right now? Where can
True.
people-
Good guys.
Good guys.
Yeah, listen to Good Guys, watch Good Guys, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Josh's YouTube is where we throw up the video episodes. Watch Josh's movies. Follow him at Shua Peck. Follow me on Instagram, Boy with No Job. And yeah, that's really us.
I love it. All right, peace, guys. Peace. Sorry to end abruptly, but
No, it's good. That was good.
What's up, guys? If you
Yeah.
like the episode, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We are building this thing from the ground up, so we need your help, and hopefully we can make this really big one day. Love you.